Next up, it's an event that if you've ever seen a strongman competition in your life, you will be no stranger to. It's the Stones of Strength.
And to describe in more detail about the stones that are harder to lift than his country's economy, 4-time world's strongest man, Magnus the Magnuson.
Well, basically, this is a signature event for strongmen. You'll start with the small baby stone, put that on, work your way up to a big, heavy one, and that's the biggest challenge. Whoever gets that up, probably going to get the win.
So with Kelvin Gardner having been eliminated due to that Achilles injury, Dan Gannon will compete in the Stones of Strength all by himself, and if he's to avoid the fate of Gardner and extend his stay here at UK Strongest Man, he's going to need a strong showing here. The first stone, 100 kilograms, is up into position. 5 stones of increasing weight have to be placed on the plinth and remain on the plinth. 2 stones down. It's a 75-second time limit, remember, in this event. The third stone weighs in at 130 kilograms. Gannon going well so far. Now really working to get to grips with the 4th stone. That weighs in at 145 and he's up into position. Now the 5th and final stone, as Gannon asked his time. Remember, 75 seconds is the limit, but this is a really dense, massive boulder, 160 kilograms, and Gannon going for the completion. Encouraged by the crowd, encouraged by the officials, and he's up onto the plinth. Terrific display, and he knows it. What a performance by Dan Gannon.
Dan, the dark horse. 5 stones, that's awesome, incredible, well done.
It was incredibly badly needed. I had 2 embarrassingly bad events, and I had 2 good events, so I needed to be right up there in the top 3 in both if I wanted to go through to tomorrow.
I have to say, that's as good as a Stones performance as I've seen so far in the competition.
There's no guarantee it's going to push me through. There's a very good chance.
And can I also just say, I love the fact that he did all of that with his top button done up. I mean, there's some style and class brought to the UK Strongest Man.
That's what I'm here for.
Hey, good stuff.
So, due to Dan Gannon's brilliant performance in the Stones of Strength, the pressure is on the rest of the field in their efforts to avoid elimination. Both of these athletes currently in joint 4th place after 3 completed events. Wayne Smith and Simon Johnston psyching themselves up ahead of what they know is a really important event. So neck and neck in terms of getting the first stone up. Practically nothing between these 2 athletes as they pick up the second boulder, weighing in at 115 kilograms. Wayne Smith, compact and strong, and he has the lead now. Johnston just struggling to roll that stone into position, but blazing ahead regardless with the stone in position on his quads, trying to get his relatively short arms around that boulder. Gives Johnston an opportunity to get his nose in front. And he does so. 4 stones up in position for Johnston. What a turnaround this has been. Plenty of time now to wrestle with stone number 5. And Wayne Smith is under significant pressure. Johnston asking for encouragement from the crowd. The 5th stone in position. Wayne Smith continuing to struggle. And if he bails out at this point, well, that's going to put him under significant pressure. Johnston, meanwhile, going great guns. The 5th stone completed. Good performance by him. But Wayne Smith now under serious pressure.
Didn't manage to get the 4th one up. What went on?
Just tacky went.
Yeah?
That was it, yeah.
Is it reach as well? You can't get your hands quite around it?
Yeah, because I've got such a big chest and my arms are not as long.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a hindrance, but no excuses.
Simon, you are now apparently the 16th human being ever to finish that 5th stone. That's quite an accolade. You've got to be over the moon about that.
Yeah, it's beat me a few times now, so pleased to get it.
Didn't even look like it was, I mean, now it looks like it was a lot of work, but at the time you did it with relative ease, it feels like.
Okay, can we have group A?
I don't know. It didn't feel like it.
So another of the athletes tied in 4th place on the leaderboard, Luke Stockman. The Highland Oaks, Scotland's strongest man. He too under a spot of pressure in an effort to stave off elimination. Nicky Whelan from Ireland, currently in 3rd place overall. Was really impressive during the strongman scrum. So the routine for the same for both of these athletes. 5 stones into position on the plinth. As Whelan just having trouble with that supportive strapping he's got around his waist. The belt has come undone, but Whelan ploughing on regardless, remaining focused on his task, and just has his nose in front of Stockman as both men have completed 3 stones. Good showing to this point. Remember, 2 athletes have completed all 5 stones as Johnston and Gannon went great guns. And just a furtive glance over the shoulder of Stockman to see where his rival was. Both of them in the same position. 4 completed stones, the 5th one remaining. A mammoth, 160 kilograms. Who can get it up most efficiently? Whelan in good position, grappling with that orb. Up onto the lip, but he loses traction on the lip. Big moments now for Stockman, up into position, and a roar of come on because he has done it. Edged out Whelan in his duel, and now encourages the Irishman as he attempts to complete all 5 stones. Not to be. What a terrific battle between these 2 athletes.
I mean, 5 stones, you have to be happy with that.
I'm delighted, yeah. Quite a lot to play for on that last one. Obviously everything was quite close coming into that, but it was nice to kind of finish on a high and complete the event.
And to put everyone on notice, I presume, going forward too.
Well, let's hope so. Again, it's the first year competing, so.
And that in itself, to do all 5 stones, there's not many of you that have done it.
Yeah, feels quite nice. Yeah. I'll sleep well tonight.
Nicky, you've done the 5 before, but you've done enough to qualify, right?
Yeah, but just zapped, no energy through the final stone, to be honest. The belt came off after the first or second stone or something. Just going to play at my head a bit, but went all right.
Great contest between the both of you. Well done.
Cheers.
So the athletes who occupy the top 2 spots on the leaderboard after 3 completed events: Mick Brown from Yorkshire and Ben Kelsey, man who has been really impressive with 2 victories out of 3 events, 3rd place in the strongman scrum, shaping like he's going to go, but really he doesn't need to, and indeed he chooses to sit this one out. His place in the 2nd day of competition assured due to his brilliant start here on the opening day of UK's Strongest Man. So Mick Brown toiling all alone in his efforts to get all 5 stones up into position. Going well so far, encouraged by the MC on the mic, the crowd on hand, Ben Kelsey just offering his support as well. Cries of come on Mick as he attempts to put stone number 4 into position, up on his chest, up onto the plinth, and wraps it up at 4 completed stones. Mick Brown has punched his ticket to day 2 of competition.
Mick and Ben, okay, so well, firstly, what was that about? Why didn't you do anything?
Sort of looking at the longer game. We've got another day of competition tomorrow. The points are reset overnight. I had a lead of, I think, 16 points over 6th place. So I didn't need to do it.
Didn't need to do it. And it's just a tactical thing to rest your body.
Absolutely, yeah. The fresher I can be for tomorrow, the better my chances are there.
Yeah. Now, Mick, you got 4 stones up. That's quite an achievement in itself.
I did, mate. I mean, I was speaking to Glenn. I didn't actually need it, but with the crowd please, I like to keep it real, you know what I mean?
Showboating.
I won't go as far as that, but I felt alright, like, so might as well bob a few up on you.
So Dan Gannon producing a terrific display, completing all 5 stones in that particular challenge. But has he done enough to book his place on day 2 of competition here at UK's Strongest Man?
So due to count back, the Group B's, one of you guys is going home. Who is it?
Me.
Wayne?
Yeah.
That's so sad, man. How do you feel?
Just one of the things, I've only had 16 days to prepare, so, you know, I gave it my best shot, messed up on a couple of events, happy with the Preston event.
You proud of yourself though? You've come really far, right?
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. I could have done more, but that's the way strongman goes.
And what about the future for you?
I'll keep on going. I'll be bigger and better next year.
Yeah?
Guaranteed, 100%.
Back with a vengeance?
100%.
Dan, scraped it by the skin of your teeth. Yeah? You happy?
I'm ecstatic. I got my 2 worst events out of the way now. I took 2 last places, but I survived day 1, so I'm going to feel like the best is yet to come for me.
Well, that stunning performance in the stones has probably pushed you through.
It
so
has.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thanks ever so much. We'll see you next time.
Indeed.
And we'll see you next year, I hope.
Definitely.
Take care, guys. Sportsmanlike to the end.
So as Wayne Smith and Dan Gannon stroll off into the evening sunset, it is Gannon who marches on to day 2 of competition after that terrific performance in the Stones. But wasn't Ben Kelsey impressive in taking victory?
Well, that brings us to the end of day 1 for Group B, and it's been amazing today, hasn't it, really?
It's been eventful to say the least. I think the 2 talking points. First off, right off the bat, I just got word from the physio that in fact he thinks that Calvin Gardner has ruptured his Achilles tendon, which is tragic news. But
that could be months and months of inactivity now.
It's a brutal injury. It's tough news.
So Calvin Gardner obviously out of the competition along with Wayne Smith, sadly, who was only drafted in like 16 days ago. So, you know, to be fair, he's been lucky to be here, and hopefully it'll drive him to come in next year.
And I think that we have to talk about Ben Kelsey really making a statement. He's challenging for the top spot now. I think
he's dominating.
It's going to be a great competition going forward.
I can't wait to see him go head to head with Eddie. I think it's just going to be so exciting to see those two titans in competition.
And I hate to be biased, but I love the fact that Dan Gannon went through. I mean, he wasn't even supposed to be here.
You hate to be biased because he's your number 1 fan.
Well, that's true too. He is a big wrestling fan, but he wasn't supposed to be here. You know, he's grabbed the brass ring. He did 5 stones. That's a great story. I hope that he goes all the way.
It's exciting stuff to watch. Stay tuned, don't go away. This is UK's Strongest Man 2013. This is Nick Aldis.
This is Matt Bell.
We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.